You're listening to Montserrat Radio. From Los Angeles, this is Montserrat Radio.
In the spirit of the war against fake news, Montserrat Radio presents The Fake News Show, conspiracy news and a different point of view of current events. And now your hosts, Benny Wilson and Thomas Christian.
Good morning and good afternoon in some places of the world. This is your host, Benny. Today I'm making early broadcasting of the day, from the day, and there's a logic reason why. And I will tell you exactly what the larger reason is. Because I know for a fact that in days to come, we're going to be bombarded with a lot of breaking news. That is the reason why. So might as well I start it today. Now I'm taking my time out of my busy schedule just to make this breaking news and inform you what exactly is happening in Iraq. Many of you don't know anything about Kirkuk, so I will explain it from the beginning. During the deliberations and announcements of freedom during the war against terrorists like ISIS and Daesh, during the delivering and announcing all these territories being free of Daesh and ISIS, the area zone known as Kirkuk, which is part of the Kurdistan territory, planted a flag for the Kirkuk city, for the Kirkuk zone, instead of the Iraqi flag. That actually was triggered by corrupted politicians as anti-constitutional act. And today, the Parliament of Iraq voted against the plantation of the flag, saying that it is anti-constitutional, and only the Iraqi flag is supposed to be waved in that area, in that zone. So now we come to the conclusion that the people in Kurdistan and the people in Kirkuk in particular, they are really, really unhappy about that result of the voting in the parliament. Now the question is, will that bring a disunion of the country? Will that bring a conflict of interest at the time they announce that they are free from Daesh and ISIS? Will the IMF deny to give the value of their currency back unless they fix their political issues? That is the question. Now, I've been told from the very beginning that everything that has been said and done in Iraq, it is a stage, meaning that it's fake, it's false. They've been trying to delay, and when I say they've been trying to delay, I mean the people, the corrupt politicians that I've been telling you for a long time. Iraq is a very corrupted government. Very corrupted government. The people who has openly expressed for the economic reform, which will bring the revaluation of their currency, has been threatened to be killed. And I mean every single politician, even Saturn, which he's not a politician, but he's a leader of more than 1 million Iraqis. He's basically a religious leader. He also been recently threatened that they were going to kill him. He recently basically he did a political move by giving his a letter in case he get killed. But there are many things happening right now in Iraq that make you think they just don't want this to happen. Now, let me just give you my honest opinion. But before I give you my honest opinion, let me just repeat again what they've been telling me. And when I say they've been telling me, meaning my contacts, they've been telling me that there is no way they can delay this event again. Okay? So let's put that in a perspective, okay? They've been telling me that they cannot delay this event again. They told me that everything is staged, everything is fake. So let me give you now my personal opinion. I told you from the very beginning not too long ago, told you that when a body came over here to the United States, he gave the perception that his country needs money. He gave the perception that they need more military and more aid so they can go on with their lives. He expressed himself that he was not happy about the delivery of all that help. He said that he was happy about how many countries were willing to help, but he was not happy about the deliverance. That's two different things. Now, right after that, he came back. He went to the Arab Summit. He did not announce the freedom of Mosul from Iraq, from ISIS and Daesh. He didn't do that. As a matter of fact, he did the opposite of that. He said that his country was willing to work with the United States and whatever it takes, to make better business with the whole world and all that crap. So he avoided many issues that are basically not answered. So he came back to Iraq, and then he met the United Nations Secretary. Then he came back and said, we want the UN to remove our Chapter 7. Now, isn't that contradictory? Didn't I just told you that they contradict themselves all the time? For one time, they say, we need more money, we need more help. And then the other said, hey, we're no longer broke. We want you to free ourselves in the Chapter 7. So they literally using a strategy to confuse the whole world. Like I've been telling you from the very beginning, there is no way we're going to have an announcement for the RB. Many of you are still waiting for the announcement of the RB. 98% of the people are waiting for the announcement of the RB. There is no way they're going to do that. I told you from the very beginning, this proved my point. The reason why they're not going to make an announcement of the RB is because they need to cover themselves from criminals just like George Soros. There are a lot of manipulators, currency manipulators, that they can literally destroy the economy and the currency for any country in the world. So they need to give the perception that they're not in a way that they can increase or revalue, or they will be screwed. Simple as that. So I told you from the very long time beginning, if we don't see a revaluation by the end of April, we're going to have to wait years to come. That's what I've been telling you. Now we have the Kirkuk drama, orchestrated by corrupt politicians. Okay? So what's going to be the reaction of the IMF? How that can actually affect the deliverance of the revaluation. Because for one side, we're waiting for the Prime Minister of Iraq say, hey, we are free from the terrorists. We are free from ISIS. And for the other thing is, we're waiting for these people to actually raise the value without all these criminals find out when they're going to do it. Now today I found out I will receive a personal information, which I will say it right now. I can display because they told me it's okay. Go ahead and say it. And what was the information that I had today? Today the information I had is that the CVI, the Central Bank of Iraq, are getting ready to deliver and distribute the lower notes of his currency. If they can do that, they must have a new rate on their currency. Simple as that. If they do that, they need to come out with a new currency rate. So you see, there's a lot of things that they're telling us, oh, it's gonna delay it again. Then there's other things that say, oh, they go on with the process. So people are getting confused now. Like I've been telling you from the beginning, that's part of the chaos and panic. It is part of the chaos and panic. So you need to just relax, sit down and watch the whole show. The only thing you can affect this process, that you, my listener, can affect this process is by praying. It's by keeping your faith strong that we're no longer going to have to wait another delay and deliver the blessings that we are actually waiting. There are more news that will come out later on today. I can bet you that. I'm just trying to keep you informed what is going on right now. They are delivering mixed messages for you to be confused. They are delivering fake news just in purpose. They can be actually in favor of the criminal by delaying this process. Or they can also be used as an strategic move from the government of Iraq in order to revalue with no problems, without having morons, criminals like George Soros. I am probably the only one right now in these so-called gurus that I'm telling you these things. Not one of all the gurus have mentioned George Soros. Not one. And when they do, it will be too late. Watch what I'm telling you. But hopefully that will not be the case. Today we're having great news. Great news that I just delivered to my friends in the chat room in Facebook. And some of them can be shared. Some of them can be, can be repeated. One of them, I said that, besides the Iraqi parliament announced the refusal of the flag of the Kirkuk, they voted also in favor of the Iraqi state. Also, they're forcing basically the gas and oil law, which in order for Kirkuk to shut up and let this Iraqi dinar revaluation go on, is by then receive their profits. They receive their Iraqi gas and oil law. They need to activate that law ASAP. That's the only way they can actually say, okay, well, we take that parliament vote results. That's fine. We're getting our money. So you see, the drama is right there. The drama is whether they will try to go independent from Iraq, and if they do, they will delay this RB. There is no way. But there's another way they can actually resolve this situation, is by Iraq deliver their national reconciliation law with the gas and oil distribution, so everybody can get the piece of the pipe or the cake, which basically is the money, right? So that's the situation right now. Okay, so will this can be a delay? Like I told you before, they've been telling me, no, it's not going to be a delay. Don't worry about it. They will fix it. But what about if they do? I can tell you right now, if they do delay it, we're not going to wait. I'm not going to wait more time. Sorry. I'm just giving you a reality of what's going on right now. I've been assured, and I keep my faith very strong, that this situation will get a fast and quick fix, and we all going to get our blessings. But, in the case we don't, we're going to have to wait more time. So we'll see if God, like in the prophecy of many other prophets, like for example Mark Taylor, he said, I'm going to fool everybody. And I will deliver you freedom from death. So, hopefully, I was hoping that today was the day of revaluation, to tell you the truth. And that was my bet. So, am I fool about that? Yeah, fine. I was wrong. But all this news just come out today and make me think about, wait a minute. A drama is developing right in front of us. We're getting more drama. And now it's telling us that maybe this can be delayed again. So let's wait for God to actually show up himself and say, I fool you. And bless him. And praise him. So I will keep continuing giving you these shows. And I know for certain that later on we're going to have another great and spectacular breaking news. I know for sure we're going to have one. And if we do, I'll bring it up to you, either on Facebook or in my later emails. And if I have any time, I'll do it on my show. So from now on, just keep your faith strong, just like I've been telling you. Just relax. Let's be very positive on this. We haven't lost anything yet. And we're not expecting for, like myself, I don't expect to lose this time at all. I believe very strongly that April is our month and we are going to have our blessing. So help me God. For now on, until next show for the fake news shows, thank you so much and God bless everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Fake News Show with Benny. See you next time for more conspiracy news, current events, and intel from the most controversial show from Montserrat Radio.